Well, hello and good day, toy fans, and welcome to another edition of Super Awesome Toys. My name is Panama Zartan, and in this episode we'll take a look at the Four Horsemen, Power Lords, Adam Power, and Lord Power. Adam Power and Lord Power both come packaged in collector-friendly blister cards with the figure and all included accessories clearly displayed through the blister. On the left of the card we get some awesome character art by artist Nate Birch. The Power Lords logo is clearly visible on top of the card. The back of the packaging provides us with a look at other figures in the line, while the bottom of the card also has a bio for the included figure. As I said before, the packaging for these figures is collector friendly. As you can see here, the blisters for these packages are not glued to the cards. So what you need to do to open these guys is to fold this tab here and you can easily slide the card out. And this gives you access to your figure. So you can take it out, play with it, and if you later decide you prefer to display it in the packaging, you can just put it right back into the blister. Slide the card back in like this, and there you go. You have your figure back in its packaging. The articulation for these guys is the same on both, with just one minor exception on Lord Powers, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's run down the articulation on Adam Power, since he has all the points of articulation, and I'll show you the one missing on Lord Power. The articulation on these guys is the same as with the Power Soldiers we gotten so far from the Four Horsemen. Also, since these figures use the O'Neill Designs Glyos system, every joint where there is articulation can be popped off to reveal Glyos pins and sockets, which make these figures somewhat compatible with other Glyos figures. It's not a 100% Glyos compatibility, but you can still get some compatibility from them. Let's run down the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so it goes side to side and also up and down. The arms can go forwards and backwards and also up and down. The elbows can bend and also rotate. The wrists can rotate side to side. There's a swivel at the waist. The legs can only go forwards and backwards. The knees can bend and also rotate. And the ankles can also bend and rotate. That's basically all the articulation on these guys. And the main difference between Adam Power and Lord Power's articulation is the neck. If you see here on Lord Power's neck, you'll notice that it is part of the torso sculpt, so you won't find articulation here. Only on the head. Adam Power does have neck articulation. The accessories for these guys are the same. There's just one minor paint-up difference for one of the weapons that we'll see in a minute. Also, the alternate heads are different. They both include this rifle, which you'll be familiar with if you have any previously released Power Soldiers. This time the rifle is cast in black plastic, like the one included in the Slate Zone Power Soldiers. As with the previous rifles, this one has no paint-ups. You also get one staff with each of them, both painted silver, and this is also the same staff we got with the Power Soldiers. And here's the paint-up difference in these weapons that I told you about. This is Adam's staff, and it's all silver, and Lord Power's staff has these paint-ups here at the tip. And you also get alternate heads. With Adam Power, you get this Power Soldier head painted orange to match his uniform, and the visor is painted light blue. You get this one with Adam Power, and with Lord Power, you get an Elite Power Soldier head, also painted orange, but with a red visor this time. And here's my main complaint about these guys. at least on Adam Power. As you know, you can remove the head and replace it with the Power Soldier head, and you have a new Power Soldier for your ranks. And it looks incredible, except for this here. This neck piece is flesh colored, and Adam Power doesn't include an orange colored neck piece, which would have been pretty awesome. But it doesn't, so you end up with this bare neck look, which doesn't look good at all. I mean, if you look at it from the front, it doesn't look too bad, but from the side or back, it's pretty noticeable. And of course, you can also use the Elite Power Soldier head with your Adam Power. But with this head, the bare neck is even more noticeable. With Lord Power, you can do the same thing. You can remove the head and replace it with any of the Power Soldier's heads. And maybe it's because he's bare-chested, but with Lord Power, the bare neck doesn't look as bad as with Adam Power. But I would have preferred an extra neck piece, at least for Adam Power, so we could army build some cool looking Power Soldiers. And since we already have some previously released Power Soldiers, we can do some mix and matching with them to customize our figures for other cool looks. Like for example, we can remove the head of this Late Sun Soldier and Adam Powers, and you can completely change the look of your figure. You can also do the same thing with Lord Power. You can pop off his lower body and replace it with the lower body of a Power Soldier you already have, and you give him a completely different look. And that's the magic of the Glyos system. You can mix and match parts to give different looks to your Adam Power and Lord Power. The Four Horsemen's Power Lords are a recreation of an action figure from 1983 of the same name and produced by Revel. And these originally were 5.5-inch figures. They had an action feature which made this guy, Adam Power, transform into Lord Power. Just by rotating his upper body like that, you had Lord Power sculpted on his back. So you had the two figures on one body. I'm really glad the Four Horsemen didn't go that route, because honestly, that's pretty goofy. And this way you get two figures to display instead of one or the other. So a big thumbs up for the Four Horsemen. The colors on these figures are vibrant, with lots of bright orange to cover most of Adam Power's suit, with red highlights on the pouches and some of the chest line work, and minor blue touches. Lord Power just pops with his dark blue hue. His red eyes especially look pretty awesome. All in all, great figures that would have been perfect if they just included an orange neck piece for Adam Power. He still looks killer with the helmet as he's leading his army of Power Soldiers, but I don't know, that bare neck looks out of place. If you're interested in buying these figures, then head on to www.shop4horsemen.com to get yours. But do hurry, because as is usual with the Four Horsemen's toys, once they sell out, they rarely make a comeback. So that will wrap up our look at the Four Horsemen's Power Lords, Adam Power and Lord Power. If you like this review, please share it and click on that subscribe link below. You can also leave a comment, as I'd love to know your opinions on these figures. If you are also interested in more of my video reviews, click on any of these videos on the left and you'll go to that review. Take care guys, and I'll talk to you later in another edition of Super Awesome Toys.